On today's episode, we have Mathew. Hold on. On today's episode, we have Mathew, brother, and Sal.
What about Martin? Esti?
Bro, this coffee's cold, bro.
Wait,
Is this you got me a cold brew here? Cause me, I ordered. How many beans did you put in there, bro? Right now, that's what I want to know.
How many bees?
How many beans is in there? How many did you? Cause this,
Oh my god, bro! I want to.
bro, this is Guatemalan coffee, no? Not
No
even
idea.
Italian. He did. WeWork, is that the brand of? Yeah.
on today's episode, we have Mathew, Martin, brother, and Sal.
It's brother.
Brother, welcome.
Thanks.
Welcome on.
Bro, they invite me here, bro, and they scrap my name, bro. That's 2 letters of my name that you just threw in the garbage straight, bro.
Cool. Sorry, Martin.
Wow, man.
Now, you got my name right this see. Thankfully. And don't fucking forget, Tabaknak. Welcome to the... What's your name, you?
Nick.
Nick. You're Nick, and you're Nick. The Nick
Johnny.
and Nick show. Welcome to the Jimmy and John. You're John. No, you're Nick. Yours...
Jimmy.
Welcome to John's and Jimmy's show. Today I'm the guest. I'm coming in, and it's like when you do kind of like when you go to a show, like you walked into a show to watch someone, but then they tell you to come on stage and you're the show. Like you paid to be there to watch, but now you're doing the show but not getting paid kind of thing. You understand? So that's what I'm like. I opened it. Welcome to the Nick and what is this, bro? This is not even always do what you love. Ma, get the fuck out of here. Let's start the show.
Mathew, for the people that don't know Mathew, he has 3 personalities. You
3 main ones, yeah.
3 main ones, which is?
Brother, Martin, and Charles.
All 3 of you, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule.
No problem.
So talk to us. For the people that don't know who you are and what do you do?
So I am a Montreal-based actor and social media content creator. Have been now for 5 years, I'm going to say, a little over 5 years. So started 5 years ago. Goal was to become an actor. I've always wanted to become an actor. That's ever since I was a kid. 5 years ago, quit my job, quit school, decided to pursue that passion full
Just
time.
5 years ago.
Yeah, a little over. I think it's about 5 years ago, 2017. Where are we? It's
Okay.
well, it's 5-6 years ago.
right.
It's only the end of 2017, beginning 2018. So yeah, quit school, quit my job, and decided went all in. I mean, you kind of have to if you want to, Anyway, so went all in and essentially pursued acting for a little while with the social media, but then I kind of saw that social media was like a beast on its own, and I had more control over it in the sense where I could like the harder I worked, the more I got out of it. So decided to double down on social media, and that's what I've been doing for the past that was really 4 years, and it's been pretty good.
Did you had a job before doing what? What
I've only had two jobs. I was at Cinema Guzzo as a assistant.
shit.
Well, first an usher, then as an assistant manager, and then after that left there, went to the bank as a teller, TD,
Okay.
and all in the East End.
Actually, shout out to Vincenzo Guzzo. I know we were communicating during the lockdowns regarding the popcorn. We were gonna have a conversation, but we're gonna call you soon.
I did a thing where he actually I had his popcorn, and it was I asked him a question about if I can bring it into the cinema, and he answered me from Dragon's Den on the chair, which was pretty cool. So
That's cool.
yeah.
And how acting? Like, how did you go from that to acting?
So the acting is I've always had that passion in
From a kid?
elementary school. Yeah, I used to do
Okay.
theater when I was a kid. I did
Okay,
like
nice.
2-3 years of not more than that, about 4 years of theater. Then I stopped at the beginning of high school, and then I picked this up pretty much at the end in university, beginning university.
And what was your biggest highlight so far in the last? Because man, you're freaking hilarious, huh?
Bro,
And you're
big
very
fan.
creative.
Thank you.
Like,
Thank you.
do you have like a team, or are you a 1-man show?
In terms of the creative, it's pretty much just me. So the ideas, the script writing, the filming, like I have a camera guy that films for me. The editing was pretty much me until recently. The biggest highlights, geez, that's a good question. I don't know. I mean, I've been like, I guess, featured in like a couple of like the Gazette maybe a couple times. I mean, that was kind of cool. I did book a small movie role in Scream 6, so that was my biggest in terms of like in terms of the acting field, which was pretty cool. Again, very short scene, but still, my name was in the credits, so that was awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say maybe I wouldn't say that. I mean, I don't know, man. I'd say pretty much like everything all together. The amount of videos I posted, I guess the somewhat consistency that I've had throughout the years. So
and you post a lot, man.
Yeah, the goal is once a day. Once a day. At the beginning, it was 4 times a day when I first started. 4 videos a day for a solid 6-7 months straight.
That was during COVID.
No, that was way before COVID.
Way before 5
Way
years
before. This was like 2017, 2018.
Well, don't blame me. Let's say why? Because COVID's been around only 5. No, March is going to be 4 years. If you do the math.
Yeah, March 2020. That's when it. Yeah, it's true.
Time flies, man.
Oh my God, yeah.
I know.
Yeah, it's true.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Huh?
It's true because remember it started in
It feels
January?
like it's been 2 years ago or something, but it's been almost
like
5
now,
years.
like for example, like we're going to November, December. December is when we started hearing about stuff.
Yes,
January,
exactly.
and then February, and then March is when they really shut down, and that was it's 4 years ago. Yeah,
You do the videos, all the content creation, and you were editing at the same time.
correct.
And all this while doing, you have to think about 2 videos a day of what you're gonna do.
Yeah. So the way I
and play 3 personalities.
Yeah.
3, 4 during that time. Geez, I was there's the little Kikatso, there's the Latina, there's Sal, there's Martin, brother, there's the Borat one. Borat one's the
How about the weather one?
The weather one.
Italy.
well, that's brother, right? But like, so basically during COVID, what ended up happening was I needed to scale the content to have 2 posts a day. So what I did, this is the way I spun it, was that schools closed down. So I said, okay, brother, I did Fratellino Academy. Where because the students had to stay at home, nobody was learning them. So I decided I'm going to take it upon myself and I'm going to learn them geographics, historics, mathematician. We do all these things, bro, and we did it. English grammatics, bro. It's like, the kids are more smarter now because of me. Like the next generation, it's because of me, single-handedly, for sure.
But do you do stand up or just
No stand up. I've been asked. I've never really tried. I've been asked. It's very different though. Very different. Like that, this on the spot was like Andre's guy's a classic.
Mary.
He's great. He's great. But yeah, no. So I haven't. I'm actually next Thursday. My friend asked me to host his like birthday party roast.
okay?
It's the first time I'm doing something stand-up style in front of people. I'm gonna see how it goes. It might spark something, might not.
And
I might
you're roasting
bomb.
him?
Well, I'm just hosting the event. So yeah, I'm hosting it.
Roast. Sorry.
Hosting a roast. So you didn't hear, hosting a roast for his birthday, and it's it should be fun. I don't know. We're gonna see how it goes. It might spark something, might not, but yeah, we'll see how it goes.
So you just do everything on social media?
Yep. Everything's social media, and I'm still in the acting world as well. But again, for now I stopped doing TV show and movie auditions. I'm only doing TV commercial auditions. The reason being is because I still feel like I have this Montreal accent that I need to tweak or learn the standard American. And it's just, like when you get these scripts and you got to put time into them, and I wasn't putting time into them, and TV commercials are Canadian for one, and they're just easy and quicker to do. So I'm doing that while I'm doing the social media.
Good stuff. And doing what you're doing, what's the biggest challenge?
The 8 characters.
No, I wouldn't say.
It's 3.
It's that.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Well,
lately I've been seeing only 3.
Lately, the majority of them are 3 because those are the 3 that I've really developed, and they're the easiest to do. But I have other ones that I don't tend to forget about, but like I should include them. And when I do include them, people are like, "Oh, hey, like a shoe. There was this character, that character, and all that stuff." The most difficult thing I would say is probably just trying to pull away from the very Montreal, Quebec content, because brother, very East End, Montreal. Martin, a little bit of Toronto. I can figure.
Sal
I can
is
spin
more
it.
international.
Sal's the only one that's a little bit more international.
New Yorker.
New Yorker, New Jersey kind of thing. And then Martin's very Quebecois. So it's like trying to do other characters, make other content that's a little more general to branch out into those other markets, and Yeah.
Haitian, did you ever try?
No. No. I never, I used to do other accents back in the day, but you know, honestly, like 2023, it's.
He has a good Haitian dude.
No. And what you do you think like people are born with this kind of talent, or is it something that you really develop?
Very good question.
Ooh. Talent in terms of what, like the accents?
Yeah, everything, like just acting in general, like acting. I mean, whatever you're doing.
Acting. I mean, people take acting
practice,
classes. No? Yeah, people like with anything. Like if you put in enough time into playing guitar, eventually you'll play guitar. But if someone who has, I guess that innate, I guess, ability, with the practice will be always 100 times better than someone who maybe doesn't have the innate ability but puts in the practice. But someone who has that ability but doesn't practice won't be as good as the person who really dedicates themselves. That's the way I kind of see it.
But you have both.
Well, the way I like to think of it is that I'm putting in both, right? I think I have something there. The comedy comes,
but you always want to get better.
But you always want to get better, and you got to keep sharpening. And you know what? Like I'll notice it if I've been through periods where I've stopped coming up with ideas, and then like my brain isn't as fast at creating funny skits. But then when I go into it and I'm really working at it, and a week, 2 weeks go by, my brain is almost just like quick firing ideas at me, and I'm like, okay, yeah, we can do that, we can do this. So it's like a muscle, right? The more you work at it, the more results you're gonna see, I guess. The better results you're gonna see.
And did you ever have any skits outside of Montreal, or you're not there yet? Toronto, Florida, New York.
Like I haven't actually. Well, filmed. Like I've done content that's more like general. Like for example, like the Italian one that I do that has no words. It's just that one there. Again, very general. That one popped and did really well in Italy, for that matter.
Okay.
But all over the world. Like that one really was a viral one for me. But it's more stuff like that. You know, like
You're
maybe
more busy on Instagram or TikTok, because Wissam I think mentioned today. Who was it?
No, Jesse said today you're bigger on TikTok. I think. Right?
So bigger on TikTok. But more, I guess I would say more active on Instagram. Instagram was like my baby.
Yeah.
You know, Facebook as well was big. Facebook hit was about to hit 100K. It blew up the fastest. Recently, I got it hacked, so I don't have access to my Facebook anymore. So I lost those for now.
How that happened?
There was some podcast, believe it or not, that like seemed super legit, and I ended up talking to them. I hopped on a call with them. Like it wasn't like a click this link, right? Like sent a meeting thing, like a Zoom meeting. We talked a little bit. Then he's like, you know what? It's going to be on Facebook. You know, so he sent me the link of this podcast, and they were on YouTube, and they had like 1.4 million subscribers. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, but I don't understand how. Like, no, listen, we and the email thread. Like, I went back and forth with this person like for solid like 8 emails. Ended up speaking to this person, and he's like, you just need to turn this thing on Facebook. So we went, and when I joined his meeting, he, I guess, took control over the Facebook essentially. So it's stupid of me in that sense.
Yeah, but bro, they have a $1.4 million subscribers.
But then I realized after I got another email a week later, same style email for another podcast, and I'm like, this is the scam. You know, so you see this and you're like, oh my God, great. And like they tell you, well, it's sponsored by this company, we could pay you this amount or whatever the hell. And it's like, okay, cool. Like for me, it was more like the YouTube subscribers because I'm trying to grow my YouTube, right? That would have been a nice like collaboration sort of thing. And that's the way they sold it. But that is the scam. So
they just take over your account and then
they took over my account. They kicked me off, and they've been. If you go on, you can't go on my Facebook anymore because the page was removed. I think Facebook is finally waking up and like doing something about it because I've called like. We even have a direct contact at Facebook, and he wasn't even able to help very much. But I think they're waking up and finally, every time I call, they're like, yeah, no, we're working on it. Just going to take some time. Okay. I mean,
did they want money from it? Or
the pages, well, I think normally what they do is they run ads through my ad account on my credit card for their content. But that was blocked right away, so they weren't able to.
Change your credit card at that point.
What was that?
You could just change your credit card at that point.
True, but they weren't running any ads on it, and I've been following my credit card, and everything is.
So what's
kosher.
like what's the intention? I don't get it. Like
they were just posting collaboration videos between these this boxing page and poker page. That's it. So my Facebook for the longest time was just boxing and poker videos. To be very honest, when it got hacked, it had 98,000 followers, and they were cracking content like crazy. They brought me up to 102,000 followers, so they were doing a better job than I was.
Fuck.
But yeah, I hit 100,000 followers on Facebook through them essentially. Like, so anyways.
So you'll be able to get it back eventually, or?
I'm hoping so. Like, look, I don't see why not. The page is, What they're investigating is to see like if it was like a fraudulent thing on my end, if I was in with them or something. But I'm like, again, the page is Mathew Giuffrida. I'm Mathew Giuffrida. The name on the account is whatever it is. Mm-hmm. It's not Mathew Giuffrida, so I don't know how hard it is to like, kick that person off and put me back in. But anyways, they have their methods and stuff. So
That's crazy, man. What's your end goal, let's say, with all what you're doing right now? Like, what's your purpose in the next, let's say, 2 years, 3 years? What do you want to achieve?
I mean, so like right now, I've kind of shifted. I'm still doing my personal content, videos and everything. I've separated the business side of things from my personal content completely. Created a production company for social media ads. So next 2-3 years is really grow that into its own like rolling company. And then, but also continue my personal content and maybe start my own podcast or whatever it is, but always be in the social media content game. That's, and also acting, get back into acting. Sorry?
More hands-on.
Hands-on, exactly, yeah. So that's kind of where I see it. Like to get back into acting, I do still love acting and I want to get back into it, but it's almost like even like producing my own movies or short films or whatever it is. So.
And how about mentors? Because every successful person has direct mentor, or it could be a virtual mentor. Who do you look up to that you get inspired regarding maybe actor, comedian, and so on and so on?
I mean, there's so many like social media content creators out there who are doing great things and all doing their own type of thing. So like feeding off of them, seeing them like working hard and pushing makes me want to also work hard. It's like it's a competition, but at the same time, I don't really see it as a competition because of the fact that like there's more than one comedian, right? Like you can like Kevin Hart and you can like Andrew Dice Clay. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't like you don't have to like one only and then that's it, right? So there's a piece of the pie for everyone. And in terms of mentors, like at the beginning, Gary Vee is a huge and still is a huge inspiration, I guess you can kind of say. He's the reason why I quit school and quit the bank back when I did, because I saw his Monday video where he's like, it's Monday morning, if you're tired of that bullshit job, quit. He says you can always get another bullshit job. And that was like, yeah, that makes so much sense. Like now's the time to pursue your passion and all that kind of stuff and everything. And I literally within 2 weeks, everything was stopped and done. So, and I still follow his stuff and like seeing like the whole, like answer your own comments, answer your own messages. Like if you receive an answer on a DM or a comment from my page, it is me. This isn't Mark. It's not Jeremy. It's not no one else from my team. It's me.
It's not a bot.
It's not a bot. Right. And I'm that will always be that way. I don't want to have someone else answering my, because again, I'm more on the personal side of things. Like it's me, right? I'm not running like if you're going to email, for example, the business, if you're going to email the business page, well, you're going to get someone from the team. But if it's coming from me, it's me.
Yeah, but is that sustainable? Like, I mean, let's say you reach millions of followers, you become, let's say, the next Kim Kardashian as an example. What are you going to do at that point when you have 10,000 messages a day?
It's not sustainable, but it just becomes it's not sustainable, but it becomes, I guess, more valuable, right? So if I have time to only answer 5 people, well, those 5 people will get an answer, right? I mean, it happens now. Like I don't answer everyone. Like my DMs, I have a lot of people that like I haven't answered and stuff. Try my best. Like sometimes I'll just sit down and quickly fire through them and then try to answer as many as I can. Comments too, like I've been slacking on that as well. It takes time.
Of course.
The creativity, like that's another thing too, like to answer without just putting the same smiley face through everyone. You want to like, they wrote something, they took the time, you want to answer them back. So it's
good, man. And,
trying my best.
Yeah, for sure, man. And tell us about
your... proud of yourself, man.
100%.
Thanks.
Tell us about your childhood. Before Gary Vee, before everything. How did you grow up? Where did you grow up?
So grew up in Villeray. Well, no, it was more so the Villeray area for a little while, Tilmont and Delorme area, and then
where?
Delorme and Tilmont. There's a park there now in that area. Yeah. So grew up there for like until I was about like 6-7 years old. Then we moved to the East End, Montreal North, St. Leonard. Went to El Mac, bro. Right, learned all the proper grammatics and everything. Yeah, I mean, it was like I said, I've always had the passion. I was always in the family. I was always the one making people laugh, joking around, never serious. That was always my thing. The way, like even in like struggles and like bad times, my scapegoat, I guess if you want to call it, is comedy.
Yeah.
Like things like when I got into a bad car accident.
Okay.
Yeah, I was fine. The car was not. But literally when I got out of the car, like the first thing was like a comedic remark.
Were you alone?
I was alone in the car. Yeah. If I had a passenger, I probably wouldn't have been making jokes.
No, for sure.
But because the passenger side got it worse than my side.
Okay.
Yeah, the roof was kind of squashed, so I flipped. The car flipped. So yeah, it was
Like going fast or
no. So essentially, what it was is I was an idiot and I hadn't changed my my tires. So my rear tires were no joke like this table in terms of tread.
Shit.
So they were like slicks. It had started raining. It was Thanksgiving weekend actually. I was coming back from a movie set. I was driving another actor home. Drove her home. Normally, I like to take the scenic Saint Laurent route because it was a Friday night. But then I'm like, you know what? I'm tired. I just want to go home. So I took Notre Dame. And I was coming through the tunnel, and there was a little bit of a curve, and it had started raining. And it literally felt like someone picked up the back of my car and just walked to the side with it. Had no traction control didn't go on. It was just literally like the car was just sliding.
Ouch.
Hit the medium, but because it was a little lip on the bottom of the medium, I just clipped it and went up like landed on the passenger side. No, a car flipped. I landed on the driver's side, so my window shattered. Then it clipped again and it kind of fell upside down, and I slid for like a good, I don't know, 50 feet probably.
Ouch.
Like there was a hole in the hood of the car, like you can see the engine because it was like the metal burnt right through. Yeah.
And
So
you were okay.
I'm upside down.
But you were okay, no problem.
Yeah, I mean, I walked out with like 3-4 scratches on my hand.
That's
and,
it.
and I had a very important Thanksgiving sketch to edit when I got home. So I came home.
God protects you, bro.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. Literally turn off the car upside down. Like I'm upside down, right? Turn off the car because I mean, why not? Undo the seatbelt and I crawl out the window and I see the lights of the cars kind of coming. Guys are running like, are you okay? Okay. And I'm standing, I get out of the car, I'm looking at it. I'm like, well, this isn't good. Literally it was my first thing. They're like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, but this isn't good. And then, and that was it. Didn't go to hospital. Like, you should go, maybe concussion. I'm like, no, I have editing to do at home.
Oh, you got for insurance too, right?
Was that?
Insurance?
Well, the insurance, yeah. I mean, it was
Total? Of course.
it was totaled. Yeah. The cops still gave me a ticket, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, for my tires.
Oh,
Okay.
But you know what? Like, rightfully so. Because I'm grateful that no one was in my car.
Yeah. Man.
And I'm grateful that Notre Dame, there's cars all the time, right? So grateful that my car did not hit anyone else or that I didn't hurt anyone else, because that would have been a bigger problem, right? It was a problem to begin with. Now I don't mess around with tires or brakes anymore. So yeah.
Married,
Definitely.
single, divorced, widow?
Single.
Single? But last time, I think when we saw him at
you were with somebody. Like,
Yes, I was with.
and you were even doing posts together.
100%. Yeah, we were doing. Well, it was Juliette. She's an actress as well. She lived in Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah, we were dating for 3 years. We broke up 4 months ago, June 1st. So yeah, about 4 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, look, it's just mutual. Like we still talk. I mean, obviously, it wasn't like
Yeah.
easy, right? It was
Of
difficult.
course.
But yeah, like we still talk. We still audition. We've done some auditions together because I'm like, we have this portfolio of acting as a couple, right? I mean, we could still. I mean, I don't have a girlfriend right now. She doesn't have a boyfriend, I don't think. So I'm like, but I realize that eventually, if one of us does get a partner, we're not going to essentially work together anymore, because that's, I mean, it could create an awkward situation, if you want to say. But yeah.
Did it affect you or the breakup or?
Honestly, I'll be very honest.
If you don't want to talk about it, it's okay.
No. I'm
It could
super,
be off camera too.
No. I'm super open and super cool. Like, again, I haven't done a podcast since I mean it's been a while, but yeah, interesting, cool. It was difficult in like while it was happening, but it was kind of like a prolonged. Like we talked a lot about like the stuff that was going on and everything. I had some changes that I had to make in terms of like myself personally, just to be more like consistent with stuff. Like I was like, so essentially I had like a 100% ambition to do all kinds of different things, but my execution was at 10%. That created a problem,
Yeah.
right? And that's not. I mean, that's not attractive, and I get it. Like it's not attractive. It's
So
it's,
all
it's
talk,
annoying.
no action, basically.
Bingo,
Got it,
right?
yeah.
Like I wanted to create production company. I wanted to my content. I wanted to. I had a whole bunch of short films lined up that I wanted to do. I had this other business. I had this business idea. Or working out, the gym, all kind of stuff. Like I had a lot of things, and like almost nothing. My content wasn't even getting done. I wasn't even consistent with my own stuff. So it was like, I get it. It was like, it was,
She got turned off a bit, basically.
I mean, I guess that's what it was. And like, you know, like there was stuff with the relationship stuff as well. I won't go into detail because like, more so for the fact that like I wouldn't want to speak about the relationship without her being here,
course,
right?
of
Because
course.
I mean, we each have our own side of it.
100%.
It's personal. I'm okay with talking about it, but it's like I don't want to make it seem as if I'm talking about her and all kind of stuff or me, whatever it is. So like, I'll say what I had to do. I had some changes that I had to make. I made the changes within like essentially right away. Like I stopped everything. So brought my ambition down to like where I
Because you
met
stopped
my
posting
execution.
for a while. At a point, like you.
Well, that was it before that, right?
Exactly.
But then literally as of the breakup, I started posting every single day because that was like, I had like 5 goals, literally. There was post every single day. It was work out once a day. It was literally make sure that I'm taking my supplements and vitamins, make sure I'm eating properly, and spend an every day work on a relationship. So either spend time with parents, with friends, whatever it is, like actually build a relationship sort of thing with whoever it was that was important in my life. 5 things. I'm like, if I can't follow these 5 things I said, then I need to change career or do something. So that was my focus. And for a full month, that's what I focused on, and night and day.
So every day, basically, it was
Night and day. It was like
weekends.
I was focused on just those things. Working out like months straight sort of thing, and like posting was very consistent. And just like hanging out with again quality friends, developing relationships and everything like that. Like I did what I said I was going to do.
What time do you wake up every morning?
So before, I mean, it was always different because I'm more of a night owl. But now, since I started the production company, it's a little bit different because I have an office with the Man-Made guys, and I got Mark as well now too. Mark's behind the camera, but anyways, so I'm trying to develop more of a routine, and that was the other thing too. I didn't have a routine, very like all over the place. Now it's more so like 5:30 in the morning.
Beautiful.
Every
So
morning.
there's one book.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew it was coming.
Oh, it's a great book.
So he recommended second. It's a short book, 150, almost 200 pages.
Very easy read. Very easy.
easy read. It's almost a second time. I have maybe like by tomorrow I'm done.
Okay.
Second time, second round.
I'm curious if I have it in my box. I love books. I'm curious
Miracle
if
Morning.
No.
Yeah, by
Okay.
Hal-
Game changer,
bro.
Game changer.
It's a really good book, man. And it's small, very easy to read. Talking about morning routine. Like now that book, if you read that book, it's gonna
Highly
basically
recommend.
tell you how much you're on the right path right now and how like you're completely doing
Tell
the
me.
right thing with a morning routine, bro. Because you wake up with a purpose, brother.
True.
Yeah.
But okay, but here's my thing. Interesting, all right? So I've always been the night owl. Like I get super creative from like I get a second wind, 9:30, 10 p.m. till 2 a.m. Super creative.
Really? Okay.
I go to bed at 2 a.m. I'm waking up at 9 a.m. No problem. I don't need an alarm. I'm 8:58, 8:55, 9 a.m. I'm up. So I said, you know what? If this is my natural rhythm, I said, let's do the 2 a.m. to 9 a.m. That's it. This whole like all these things about like Steve Harvey, like that video I'm sure you've seen. It's like how are you waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock in the morning? It's like the stock market's been open from like, and I had a realization a couple months ago where I was like, yeah, but I'm not a stock person.
Exactly.
I don't need to be up at 7 to play the stock
But that's
market.
what this book says. It's called the Miracle Morning. But what it's trying to say is that you as a person, let's say now you go to sleep at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not gonna wake up at fucking 5 in the morning. It makes no sense. You need your
Gotta be
sleep.
realistic.
But it's basically telling you to have like a certain like a ritual, a morning ritual. It doesn't have to be a morning ritual, but a morning ritual. But all you gotta do is wake up, let's say, half an hour earlier than what you're used to. So let's just say, for example, you said you wake up at 9. Well, now you wake up at 8:30 just to have that time for yourself where you're just focusing on that. And it's your morning routine and you're waking up with a purpose. You know what I mean?
Which is
Okay.
exercising, meditating,
Yeah.
affirmations, visualize where you want to
It's like
be.
a system.
Yeah.
It's a system. What else is there? It's basically 4 or 5 things. And
Okay.
reading 10 pages of a book. So while
That's what I was doing. Yeah.
and while most people are sleeping or they're just running after the bus, the metro to punch in, well, you got
Yeah, man, you're waking
A
up
few
in the
things
rat
done.
race, bro. It's always the same thing. You wake up in the morning, no routine. You just wake up. You're just dragging yourself along the day. But now at least you're waking up.
Yeah.
You have a little time for yourself, and you're going about day. You win the day automatically. It's,
anyways, take a look at it.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
I'm
good,
definitely
man.
gonna look
Yeah,
into that.
It's a good book, man.
Yeah. But that's it. I mean, like honestly, like now that it's changed, like literally I've been waking up. So even for training, I love to train at night. I'd go to the gym 11 p.m., 12 a.m. like and
See, everybody's different,
right?
You know?
But things changed, right? Like I can't be doing that and run this business the way, because now, for example, even like for meetings, if there's a meeting at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, because that's the way the world works, I kind of have to adapt. to that sort of thing, right? So I mean, like, and that's fine, and I'm liking it. Like I'm waking up early. I'm in the gym by 7, like 7 to 8. We're gymming by 9 o'clock. We're back in the office, and like we're going for it, right? So it's helping me to build this routine, which is nice, which is good.
You're already
I like
doing it, bro.
I like it. Yeah.
What about Andrew Tate? Did he motivate you to
Andrew Tate?
with a breakup?
Andrew Tate, you know what though? You know what? I'll be very honest. A lot of things. See, and Andrew Tate, I think, was such a good like
influence, bro. He's great, bro.
He's a great influence, but also like I don't think people realize. Like I'm talking like bigger scale, not even just him as a person, but like him in terms of like society and what happened and all that kind of stuff. It's like, okay, I'll say it. I agree, and I believe that 85% of what he says makes sense, and I agree with 100%.
100%.
There's 15%, maybe 20% of the
Take
stuff
some
that
and
like,
leave some.
yeah, that where I'm like, you know what? Okay, maybe that was a little too harsh. He's joking, he's not joking, but like I don't have to listen to that kind of stuff. The problem is, why can I not choose what I like, what he like that he says? So you tell me something right now, and I don't like what you're saying. Everything else, I don't like you as a person. Scrapped, canceled, finished, done. Like you can't say anything else that's good.
Exactly.
Like even if 10% of what you're saying is good, and 90% is wrong, can I not say that I agree with 10% of what you're saying?
100%.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like right now, it's like you say something wrong, you're finished. You can't, like, nothing else you're saying is good. And I mean, geez, I mean, like that's scary with content, all that kind of stuff. I make one wrong video,
Cancel
boom,
culture,
done.
bro.
Like forget it, you're done. Like I was like, Jesus, like what about all the other stuff I did? Oh no, but that doesn't matter anymore. What do you mean it doesn't matter anymore? Like he's telling you to wake up, work hard, train,
be a man, bro. Be a man.
be a man, be a gentleman, be nice, be respectful.
Do you stop yourself from saying things, on your videos?
Perfect.
How do you cope with it? Yeah.
Perfect example is like COVID, right? Where essentially I'm like, okay, like I have my opinion. Can I come out and say my opinion? I'm like, you know what? Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. You're gonna piss somebody off. So what I did is Martin was like strictly against the government. Brother was more of the like, bro, just whatever, take the vaccine or whatever the hell. And then Sal was like a mediator. So no matter which way you cut the video, as a viewer, you can relate to either Brother, Martin, or Sal. So it's like you can enjoy the video regardless.
Correct.
Some people were like, "Oh, but Martin, you're pushing this." I'm like, "Did you watch the video?"
Oh, you got feedback like that?
Oh, of course.
Oh,
but don't get me wrong. Like, I also spiked in followers because I was talking about relevant stuff, and that's where I really learned and understood relevance of like the relevance of content is extremely important, and that shit will fucking blow you up. So it's like, yeah, I mean, does it suck? Because in my head, I'm like, I'm not touching COVID shit. But so many people were like, "Oh, talk about this, talk about that. The truckers, talk about this." It's like, and the minute I did it, fucking people loved it and shared it, and want. It's like you hear about this shit all day. You want to hear about it here as well?
Mm-hmm.
Like, again, I have a platform. I have a lot of people, and again, I'm going to say this too, that like I don't necessarily like the fires or Hawaii recently that happened. Like I don't share this, or like I don't share news about that stuff because it's everywhere, and everyone is already sharing it, and like you know about what's happening, right? I've always wanted my page to be a place where people can come and just kind of like disconnect.
Yeah.
You go to the movies, right? You watch a movie. Your movie is that's what it's for. It's you disconnect.
Just positive and fun, man.
That's it.
Too much Ukraine, this.
Well, that's it. It's like, if you want to hear about that stuff, there's an outlet for it, and you go and listen and get your information. That's what you do. By me sharing it, like it's creating more awareness or whatever it is, but it's like, but there's a place for that. There's a place for everything.
What about, do you do any collaborations with any actors or comedians? Or are you in the process of?
Yeah. So I do want to do much more of that. So now I have a studio at the Man-Made office. So I have my office there and an actual studio. So I'll be able to produce content much faster, much better, more gooder, more faster, more better. Right?
More gooder.
More gooder. So I'll be able to do that. And now I really want to start bringing in other creators. I want to start bringing in not only just creators, but also actors, because I truly enjoy acting with someone else who also has that passion, who can bring out different emotions and this and that, or be funny or whatever it is. So yeah, definitely.
2 questions in one. First question is, how can we add value to your business? And second question is, if somebody watching this video right now that's that's an actor or upcoming and that wants to excel in their career, what advice would you give them?
Okay. So for the first part, the business part, are we talking about my personal content thing, or we're talking about the production company? Both. So the how does someone help for my personal content is very simple: like, share, comment, done.
Okay.
More so the share, because sharing is like you're directly sending it to someone who's going to see more eyes, putting it in a group chat or whatever it is. That's definitely for any content creator, not just myself. You share their work; it's the best thing you can do for them. In terms of the production side of things, if you know anyone who essentially needs social media content, social media ads, we're the one-stop shop for that. We create it from beginning to end. Idea, script, filming, editing, send it over. You post it. You use it as an ad, commercial, whatever it is.
That's your bread and butter. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Correct. Now, yes, that it's shifted over. It's always been that, but now we've like I said, we separated it. So essentially, I'm not posting so much. I'm not posting on my page anymore for business stuff. It's all separate. So I'll walk into a company.
These comedians, not these
companies.
Yes, these companies, but these personalities,
correct,
became the marketing tool.
True. But now what's great is that I've noticed that a lot of companies don't even want to associate, for example, with Brother. It's like, if you got like a law firm, or you got like a, I don't know, financial institution or whatever it is, and they're like, like we like, yeah, okay, Brother's funny, but I can't have Brother, bro, your honor, listen, me over here, my client is not, but if you want to create an actual commercial that looks nice and I can be in it, like I can not be in it. I have a bank of actors that I've worked with over the years, created relationships that are willing to work, and I can bring them in and write the script and again, film like from beginning to end, create something really nice that is either funny, sad, comedic, funny, sad, serious, chic, whatever it is. Like, it doesn't matter. We can create it. So essentially, we're a production company. That's the separate.
Okay, so the thing is, you do you do a commercial,
yeah,
and then you just post that commercial, or is this like you actually do like all content? You'll do like you'll take over the company's social media.
Depends what they want.
Well, no, so we don't do that's the social media management. We don't do that. So normally, we're trying to work now with social media managers who manage companies. And like, for example, we got a social media manager. They manage McDonald's, Harvey's, Toyota, whatever it is, all these companies. But now they need content to be able to post and run as ads. That's where we come in, because we can create many videos on a pretty fast basis. That's quality. And that's what we give to them, and they'll run it as ads on social media. Now, the second part of the question was someone in an actor. Yes. What advice would I give the actor who's to advance their career?
Correct. Yeah, sure.
Or somebody comedy.
Or a content creator or whatever it is. Consistency is a big thing that I've really realized, because like if you can be consistent in whatever you're doing, that momentum really, I think there's a good book on that. I've been suggested it. The compound effect.
Compound effect, yes, with Darren Hardy.
Yes, I haven't read it yet.
That's a game changer too.
Okay, so I got
the audio also.
Okay, so I got to get those two books read. But yeah, so essentially it's that. It's like the momentum, all that kind of stuff, whatever it is. So acting, it's like, I would say if your goal is acting, like, yeah, and I think every business should have some sort of social media, because it's the easiest, it's free, and it's the easiest way to put yourself out there.
2023.
Exactly, right? So even as an actor, if you could put yourself out there and really film like these really like show, if you're good and that's what it is, like, and it's also easy. It's an easy way for you to practice and build yourself a portfolio, because in every industry, you come out of school, whatever it is, what every business wants, you have experience, yeah. You have experience? No. Okay, cool. We can't hire you. But where am I supposed to get my experience if no one's going to hire me? Right? So for me, this social media was that. It was like, I can create my own skits. I can film my own stuff. Everyone has a phone now. You can film your own stuff. So I would suggest that. Right? And I did book gigs directly from social media. Like, oh, I like what you did. Can you come in and do this role or whatever it is?
You booked something with John J. Bordello, or I think, I'm not sure, no?
John J. we did his the Far Sides. The Far Sides, Tiki Street was during COVID. He had to switch his, because Far Sides was not food that he could deliver out. He like lobster and fish and stuff. So he created another Tiki Street, which is a separate menu. And I did an ad for him.
Worked well.
That one was one of a really good one with Martin. I had a fish and a lobster, and I was swinging it around. The lobster snapped. It was a one take kind of thing. Well, no, I had practiced it, but that take there was a one take sort of vibe. And
where's Martin? We didn't hear him today.
Martin, he's always there, man. He's always there. You lost him in a fucking pothole still on the way here, Chris. I busted a pothole I busted my rim on industrial. Hit a nice pothole, fucking dented it. And I'm just like, you call the city, you don't call the city. Like, it's gonna take fucking 7 years to get an email back. It's gonna take them 12 years to fix the pothole. So I mean, it's
with the highest paying taxes.
Yeah,
and you wonder where it goes, right?
Yeah, the bike paths. Honestly, I mean, anyway, I did a video recently that they're turning my cross street, which used to be, okay, picture this: one street, 2-way, a parking on each side, and one lane going east and west. Now they turned it, first of all, into just a one-way. So it was 2 parkings and one massive street going one way only. Okay, cool, great. Now they're removing one parking lane, so they're cutting 50% of the parking. They're making they're shortening the lane, and they're adding a massive bike path in Montreal North. Like, I haven't seen anyone bike there ever. Maybe 1-2 people there. Great. Like, everyone needs to be included, and I get it. But the other morning, they just blocked my street off. Not even circulation locale. It was just like, you can't go home. It was just like, no, like, just, it was blocked. You couldn't fit. A cyclist could fit, but my car didn't fit. I'm like, well, what do I have to get home. I said, I got to get changed. I got to go to work. Like, how am I supposed to? It's my street's one way. Do I have to go around? And like, well, what the fuck are we doing here? Anyway, Martin came on, went home, put on the tie. I moved the fucking the construction shit out of the way, drove up the street, put my Martin came. Then I went back down and just yelled.
It's crazy, man.
It's crazy, man. Yeah.
Talking about because you create your own content, you do everything yourself. For you, do you like to be successful? Do you believe in teamwork or delegating some of your things?
That's always something I struggled with in terms of everything. In terms of stuff with like my family, parents, stuff with my relationship, my ex. Now it's a little bit better because I've realized that, like, okay, you can't do everything. My ex would want to help me with something. It's like, no, it's okay, I got it. Let me do it because I have my way of doing it, right? But that doesn't work. So that doesn't work. And if you want to grow past a certain point, you need to start delegating, right? So like with Mark, like I've given him, he's great. I've given him so many tasks that I would do beforehand that he's doing now. And he's doing so much more as well. So it's just kind of like, and that alleviates my plate to just maybe focus more on content, on essentially just content. Like my brain just wants to work on content and film and make videos, and that's it. So, but like you had to delegate the business stuff to someone. You have to delegate like all these little tasks to someone else. Like I had to, you gotta let go. Exactly. And it took me a long time to realize that. My parents were always like super willing to help me with stuff and everything. And I'm like, no, it's okay, fine. Even now, like honestly, like I'm not home much. Like my apartment is kind of like the good old Italian style, connected at the bottom. I'm in the pasture. Parents are upstairs, so my mom helps me with so much stuff. My dad helps me with so much stuff. And yeah, like I would be upset before, be like leave it, let me do it, but then it wouldn't get done, and then it's just accumulation of things, right? So,
and are you passionate with what you're doing?
100%.
Do you believe that in order to be super successful, you definitely have to have a certain level of passion?
Yes, you definitely need to have a certain level of passion, but I will also say that there's no day. I mean, there's no. Whoever's saying like, oh, you will never have a day where you're not passionate or not motivated if you're doing what you love, I think that's BS. I think that's BS. Everyone, no matter how fucking passionate you are, you'll wake up and be like, you know what? I don't feel like making videos today.
Exactly.
I'm going to sit home and just fucking eat popcorn and do shit. Exactly. And that's normal. It could be whatever. It could be the weather. It could be whatever it is. It doesn't matter. Like everyone has those days where it's like, you know what? I don't feel like, including Gary Vee. And he's one of the people who I would say is one of the most motivated people in terms of his own stuff, and the realist. And he himself has said, you know what, out of the year, there's maybe 12 days where I wake up and I'm like, I'm staying home, I'm sitting down, and I'm watching movies today. So
nothing wrong with that.
But now, what ends up happening is that if you're really passionate, that it'll be 12 days in a year. It won't be 2 months in a year where you're, sitting on a couch, because that's where you kind of have to gauge.
Somebody sent us a DM on Instagram.
Oh.
And
like tonight?
One question, yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's
okay,
right.
This is cool.
in recent years, there has been a lot of discussion about diversity and representation in comedy. How do you navigate these conversations and ensure your comedy is inclusive and respectful?
That's a pretty good
That's a
question.
great question. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Me, we're waiting.
What?
Go ahead. You're joking.
In regards to that, that's an interesting question because when it comes to comedy and acting, we'll say comedy. I'll stick with comedy. The way you make it inclusive is you make fun of everyone, right? If I'm just making fun of a specific culture, then that I guess
That becomes
becomes
problematic,
racist,
yeah.
and that becomes problematic. If like all you go, but then again, you can have a show where no, I mean like you see these there's so many comedians like what's the name Russell Peters for example,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's classic.
Like geez, he makes fun of Portuguese, Asian, Indian,
His own
black,
people.
his own
Angelo
people.
Tsaroukas, you heard of him? The Greek guy? He makes
Yes,
fun of Greeks?
yes. So like. But that's the thing. It's like you make fun of everyone. You hate everyone equally, or whatever you want to call it.
You're not
But you
racist.
don't
You hate everyone the same.
Exactly. That's the slogan there. But essentially, that's what it is. And like like anyway, in regards to that, I think that we've become very very sensitive with a lot of stuff, and like you can't make certain jokes anymore, or whatever it is. But there's still some like Dave Chappelle is crushed
Dave
it on his last special. That was fantastic. And yeah, I mean, like it just like enjoy it. Like if you don't like it, you don't like it. It's fine. There's other
about Sugar
shit that
Sammy?
you can go.
I saw him-
Sugar Sammy.
I saw him in Quebec City, the hidden show there. He nailed it, bro.
I still get likes on a comment I left on his video, and the comment was like 2 months ago. I appreciate how he can just improv his jokes so easily and so well. How he can just walk into a show, have nothing prepared, and just like, you, what do you do for a living? Or hey, what's this? You're with her? Great. Okay, cool. And like just off the top and just crush the
No
show.
script. No script.
No script.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Crush it and just back to back. There's next one, and in English and in French. I remember when I first started following Sugar Sammy, only doing English stuff. He was learning how to speak French, and now he just like
He's in France, though.
he was in France.
He does franglais. That's what he's known for. Franglais.
No, but when he comes here, he does the Quebecois stuff. But when he goes to France, it's he works with his like the French from France.
And
French.
he's in the American Idol or something.
But,
France.
France, yeah.
He's big.
Oh wow.
Yeah. France Got Talent or something, whatever it is.
Something.
Yeah, but tremendous amount of respect for that because comedy is hard. But if you can write something and you're good at it and you practice it and you all kinds of stuff, but there's practice to what he's doing. But when I see this guy in the crowd, I'm like, what do you do for a living? I have no clue what he's going to say. He could say a mechanic. He could say a doctor. Okay, what kind of doctor are you? Oh, well, animals. Okay, so you're not a real doctor then. Da-da-da-da. And then you start, everyone laughs. But like, you got to like think of that on the spot. You can't just sit there and be like, okay, wait, what can I say to this? Like,
We got another question here from the audience. Instagram from Pierre Marc. Pierre Marc says, how's the weather tomorrow?
Pierre Marc, bro, how's it schmacking? Listen, bro, the weather we've been having recently, bro, it's October 4th, bro. I'm shining my winter boots at home because the snow is coming. But outside today, I was in line at Oka Beach, bro. I was surfing the waves at Oka Beach. I mean, there was no waves, but I brought my surfboard just in case because like it's 27 degrees Celsius outside, bro. I'm sweating from my sweat. Like like I'm sweating, and my sweat beads have sweat coming out. Like it's nuts, bro. But next week the temperatures they go to the negatives, bro, because we go down to like probably negative maybe 1, negative 2. So you have to take out the fleece blankets, or else ipal at night, bro. They're gonna shrivel up, and it's not a good time if you're married or if you're like trying to pick up or something, bro. For the young viewers, don't ask me what I'm talking about. It is what it is. But yeah, no moisture this week, which is great. That's fantastic. Because, hello? So,
How about Martin?
what do you want to, Martin, man, look, écoute, it's just always fucking high blood pressure with Martin. You bring me, see, if you, little bit disrespect Jim and Nick, okay? I call you Jim, it's fine.
Fine.
Jim and Nick, listen, you know my shtick, okay? You tell me to come to the podcast. It's 2 fucking years we're talking. Do the podcast, then you stop. You go on vacation. You do something else. Call center bullshit, whatever. Doesn't matter. Finally, fuck. You say, you know what? Come. It's call yes. Don't worry. Look. Then finally we said that tabarnak. I'm fucking spit everywhere. Here it is. Make sure you hand sanitize this, or else they're gonna fucking COVID shot your ass. Listen, basically, okay, you finally fucking set it up. Where you bring me? Center Cockring downtown,
How's the parking?
Parking. I parked in Laval. I walked, man. I walked the whole way. I see the top of the cock ring in the horizon, and that's my North Star. We don't have a North Star here in Quebec. We have a fucking cock ring. You come to Quebec, and you come to Montreal, and it's just wherever you're going, the cock ring is north. That's it.
What about Sal? Where's Sal?
How about Sal? We're missing Sal.
Well, get the fuck out of here, Sal. Sal is he's cadencing, Sal. You know, that's what he's doing. He's just he's going with the vibe, you know, seeing how things are, remaining chill, not giving too much. What the fuck are you doing? Take your phone out. He's filming me directly in the face. This guy's passing out over here. Someone get him a fucking what do you call him? Inhalers, just shit. Whatever. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
What is this, like COVID fucking 21 or something is got going on? Oh, watch it. It's allergies.
Oh my God, it's fucking amazing. I love it, bro. I fucking love it, man.
Brother, thank you very much for your time. You're a rock star. You're an inspiration not only to us, because you only started a little over 5 years ago. Look at where you are right now. Over 100,000 followers on TikTok, Instagram, and
Facebook.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's gonna hit over 1 million very sooner or later. Now, for anybody watching this video right now that wants to follow you on social media, where can they follow you?
Just don't. Don't. I'm kidding. Definitely Instagram. It's just my name. So Mathew Giuffrida. That's pretty much everywhere. So YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, same thing. I used to have a Facebook, but now it's they fucking took it. They just rip it from my hands. It said, fuck off. You don't have Facebook anymore, Chris. Go do your shit somewhere else. Hopefully Facebook comes back, but if not, I mean it's fine. Also, bro, you said I'm like a rock star. I don't play instrumentals. I did dabble for like a week with the triangle, right? But bro, there's too many sides, bro. This ding's higher than that ding. If you hit the corner, it doesn't make a sound. Then the whole the orchestrator guy was triangle. You have to hit it like it was complicated. It was complicated. So I'm not a rock star. Just I do, yeah.
So Matt, do you have any last words?
I do actually have a few last words. 7 to be precise. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Don't count them. Don't. Because my wife, she does that. She comes in. She's like, you said 7 words, and then it was 8, and then do me a favor. Go. Let's just keep it to PG fucking 12.
Hey, Martin, I have this thing for you, man.
Was this for fucking blood test or something? You scan the wrist. It's Clover. But see, bro, this is confusing me right now because is this a 4-leaf clover or a tree? The tree leaf is the tree leaf is lucky or not lucky? Because right now I see 4 cloves. Yeah. But only 3 are darkened. So does that mean it's a tree leaf or 4-leaf? What does this thing do, bro? It's for...
It accepts credit cards and debit.
So I go outside, I ask the guy, bro, put your credit, and I collect cash.
Exactly.
That's it.
Cool. Do I have to keep the credit card? No, that's fraud.
That's fraud.
That's fraud. This is not fraud.
No.
Perfect. Cool. So I have to, you get it through MPS.
Yeah,
FSP. MSNBC is what you, this is good. This, bro, I used to have a cell phone that looked exactly like this, which was sick, bro. But you even got a printer in here. There's like a microwave too. You heat up your chicken nuggets, bro. Yeah. Nice. I like it. Clover, get yourself 1 or 2.